What's going on, guys? It's Ken Wasabo here, bringing you my first manga review of chapter 814. Now, the chapter starts off with the flashback ending between Capone and Sanji, and then Brook just kind of sings a song about them, and then about Nekomamushi, about what a nice guy he is, and then Ruffy reads the letter out loud again that Sanji left for them. And the crew just reminds it that Ruffy thinks that Sanji is just gonna come back with him being married, so there's gonna be another member of the crew. But the crew reminds them, or Choppa reminds them, that if Sanji comes back with the bride, then there'll be underlings like Big Mom, which Ruffy, despises that idea of being an underling of a Yonko. And then So comes into the picture. And he basically says that Sanji left in the worst time that they could, because they're literally being hunted, or they're going to get hunted by Kaido's crew. And Kaido, because they stole Shiza and the Smile Factory, they just destroyed everything. So he just basically says that Kaido and his crew are going to hunt them down, and then exactly in that time when they're going to hunt them down, Sanji disappears into another Yonko's business. So they're basically gonna have two Yonkos on them. And then after that happens, Ruffy just says, well, there's nothing's really gonna happen if we just sit here and talk about it. So he just says that they're just gonna get Sanji back, that they're just gonna go to that tea party, which of course everybody in the crew, especially Lysop, get super mad about and everything like that. But Luffy just says that they're just gonna sneak into it. Then the crew, Ruffy's crew, arrives at the Whale Forest Guardians Residential District, which is a huge house where Nekomamushi is in. And there he sees two minks that he fought with in chapter 805 or 806, I believe. The one that headbutted Luffy, and they just apologize again, and they just say, yeah, I'm sorry, we just don't like intruders. And then Luffy asks them where Nekomamushi is, and they say that he's in that house. Then Pedro appears, which we've seen him in the flashback, and he just basically thanks Sanji, and he thanks Sanji, and that he was a good guy, and also that Nekomamushi is in that house, and that Pigcombs is alive, and he might even be awake. So Luffy goes with the crew inside the house, and there's Nekomamushi who's taking a bath, and Choppa gets really mad at him, because he wasn't supposed to take a bath, and he's eating lasagna, which he shouldn't also be eating, because he shouldn't be unhealthy stuff. And so Choppa gets really mad because the bath can reopen his wounds, and Nekomamushi just laughs about it. And then Nekomamushi also thanks the crew again for everything they did, and that they saved everybody. And then Nekomamushi goes to bed, and then just Choppa gets, it's basically everything from Nekomamushi. And I really like Nekomamushi. I think he's very similar to Ruffy or Luffy in that way, where Choppa gets mad at him because Ruffy just always does what he wants, even if he is wounded and everything like that. And I just thought that was really funny, and I really liked that. Then they cut over to Pigcombs. Pigcombs is in his bed, awake, and Ruffy asks him where or who arranged the marriage, and then Pigcombs says that it was Sanji's dad. And then we find out at the end of the chapter, literally the last sentence of the chapter, that the Vinsmoke family is a family of assassins. So that was literally the last kind of sentence of the chapter. I'm going to talk about a few things. So first of all, we know now that Sanji's dad was the person we know Sanji's dad is a criminal, but he was somehow able to put the Only Alive on Sanji's wanted poster, right? So we know that Sanji's dad is gonna have like something against the world government, right? And I think that he also has I think that he just has like a lot of information, maybe about the Void Century, maybe also about the national treasure of Mary Joa. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's just gonna have a lot of information, which was the reason how he was able to put the world government under pressure. And I think that's how he was able to put Only Alive on Sanji's poster. Now that's really basically everything. I don't really have, like I said, that's really my only kind of theory I have to this like chapter, because there's nothing really more I can kind of talk about, you know what I mean? But I definitely think that Sanji's dad is gonna have like some huge info, and that's the reason he was able to pressure the world government. Now I'm gonna kind of give my opinion on this chapter. So I think I really like this chapter, but I don't think it was as good as the last two. Of course, we have to have chapters like this. The last two were just really fucking outstanding, to be honest. So, but yeah, this chapter is still good, you know what I mean? Really, I did enjoy it, and I think the next chapter is going to be basically the last two, where we're just going to find out a lot, and it's going to be a great chapter. That's going to be basically everything I have to say about this chapter. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It'd be greatly appreciated. Tell me, guys, your opinions on the chapter in the description below. And as always, guys,